What is up, last Cloudia heads? So, I've really been mulling this over. Really. And normally I would just go in here and just, get the gear, get everything I want. You know what? As cool as this sword is, man, that 30% more to special damage, that does seem pretty awesome. No lie. The damage cap, though, I'm wondering if in endgame content and nightmare content and some of these gnarly ass bosses, I wonder if you are going to want more damage cap or just more damage in general, right? Because it's one thing, say you're hitting 60,000 damage cap, right? Okay. You take off the weapon, you're going to be hitting, what, 57,000 damage cap? The thing is, against like the really hard, difficult content, are you even going to be hitting 60k damage cap on one of these nightmare bosses? Or are you just going to be happy to get 25,000 damage out of your 60 against like some endgame stuff? Because if that's the case, then forget about the damage cap. Potentially bring something that can actually get your damage up. Okay, so like in the lighter content, if you're making a fresh account, yes, obviously the sword's a good thing to have because you probably don't have that much good equipment laying around anyway. Here's the thing, I'm actually looking at the armor. Real talk, I mean the sword's nice, but there's so many other substitutes in the game. We'll take a look at mine real quick. What is it, the Morius blade or something like that? I mean, all she needs is a holy sword, right? And there are plenty of those. But I just kind of look at this Type 40 blade as something for fresh players because it does give you a, attack 200 sword. That's the light element that she needs. And it does have a great trait. No lie, it does. But we just have other good weapons that also have good traits. The combat gear, though, I'm actually looking at this, and I seldom, if ever, get armor pieces from the paid equipment tab. I don't know, I just feel like a lot of builds are going to end up going dual wield, for the most part. And then, obviously, equipping any armor is kind of useless. I've always said I would prefer the second item to be an accessory item as opposed to an armor. Unless we're obviously getting some kind of badass tank, right? So, yeah, I've actually been looking at this, though, because strength 66 is pretty good on a cloth armor, right? 134 defense, 87 mind, and it's got the attributes, right? 5 to fire, ice, earth. But the thing is, this thing has potentially up to 25% to your strength, defense, and mind. That's a nice boost, and that's like, the three major stats you want. And then the continuous regeneration effect is going to help offset what this girl doesn't already have built in her kit, like 2B does. I'm actually very surprised that A2 did not get a pod ability. We'll look at that. Maybe I'm even wrong. Maybe they hit it. All I know is it's not like a trait like 2B has. 2B has some sort of healing built into a trait, right? This girl, on the other hand, she has a berserk built in. So she actually has something built in that's going to be eating away at her hit points no matter what. I'm kind of curious to see how it's going to stack, with other berserk and other abilities that are similar. I like to stack them up, see how many I can get together. I'm notorious for running, what is it? There's like a berserk-like ability that is, it's on that Ifrit arc. It makes you take damage, but increases your damage by a lot. So, yeah, but this armor has that continuous regeneration effect. So it's going to help make up for those hit points that you're losing. That could be useful, especially on a character that's going to be equipped with a piece of armor, because she's not dual wielding. So, actually, IMO right now, I would pick the armor over the sword, and I guess it took me a while to think about it because I typically go for the weapons and stuff, but this time around, just IMO, the armor seems to be the smarter choice considering the other swords that we have. Hey, if you're a fresh player, maybe you might want that sword. I don't know. Maybe you want more damage. Why not? It's always up to you in the end, right? I'm just mulling around what I'm thinking about doing with my 81 hero credentials. So, you know what? I will go ahead and get that right now. That is how strongly I feel about the combat gear. And, well, prisms. What's going to help you in nightmare content? A sword that you can replace, or an extra 4 SC that you can put on your character. I think at this point in the game, that's something we need to talk about too. We haven't seen prisms for other characters. Like, I haven't seen any prisms come back for any other characters. That's kind of a big deal to me right now, because I was kind of looking through some of my other heroes. You know, these limited heroes, they are stuck at whatever. Thank goodness for this guy, we have 18 out of 20. So we're damn close there, right? But where am I going to get that very, very last prism, right? This is a limited character. That's where he's at. That's where mine is capped out at. He's not going to get any stronger than that because, well, you know, there it is. Now, if I could bring some more SC with me, even if it's just 2, you know, those extra 2 SC could get you a better build. You could maybe swap out a lesser ability, add the 2 SC that you have left over, and get something way better, or something just more effective for whatever that you're doing. So keep that in mind. Like, look around. Here's Dante. How did we do with Full Metal? He's at +10. Let's see. Nero the hero. Nero's at +4, right? I have not seen any other way to get prisms for these heroes, especially the limited heroes. I guess they figure if a limited hero ever comes back, then you have the option of trying to pull as many dupes as you need to get those up, because remember, you are going to get a prism with every single dupe of a character that you get, right? So, you know, we got that going for us, but we're talking specifically about like limited characters. Like this guy right here. Really wish he was at, you know, +12 or something like that instead of just 8. Not really much I can do about it. So that just kind of gives you an idea of where a lot of these, I mean, we're looking at the bonus down here at the very bottom right, in the skill cost. Is pretty much what I'm talking about for anybody that's just like kind of not following along. That's beginning to become kind of a bigger deal in this game right now, right? Because when you max all your characters out, when you max everything out, this is actually something that is a big deal in determining what the most powerful units on your specific account actually are. Okay, you could have a stronger character with no bonus, or you could have a lower tier character with 20 bonus and have 20 more SC to bring to a fight. That changes things. So just something to keep an eye out. How's this guy doing? I got a +4 on him. Again, I've never seen any ways to increase this, and it's kind of funny. The let's see, which one was it? I think it was this collab, because that's how I got +10 bonus on this girl. Yeah, they at least let us farm out like 10 of them. I thought that was really cool. This girl, I remember I pulled dupes of her, and that's why I got 14, right? Because we managed to grind out 10 bonus. After this collab, it's like, now maybe I'm just noticing it, but it's like they cut back on that. They're not letting us grind out 10 prisms anymore. This is just some freaking nature stuff right here. But yeah, for the most part, we've been limited to only getting like 2 prisms. Now, if I'm wrong, somebody please correct me, right? But that's just like off the top of my head. But I just think it's kind of important to think about that if you are actually planning to build this character and use it to clear like real end game content. She's gonna have to compete with other heroes that potentially have a plus 20 to the bonus SC. So we'll go with our equipment. You know what, I'm gonna have to find that on my own. Right, give her an accessory, and then I'm actually going to start working on this girl, and then we'll actually review her. But yeah, here's the Berserk mode. You know, I really didn't know what they were going to do with her. But yeah, the other two characters have like a pod ability. Hers is battle start special gauge fill rate plus 20% buff. Lost when special is used. Special starts Berserk mode. Physical attack damage plus 10%. Damage cap 2k. But continual hit point decrease. So, Berserk, right? And her S4, powerful light combo attack to all enemies, activate Berserk mode. So, she gets a Berserk off of that too. So, we will have to see. We will have to see. Can't wait. Already level 65. Just need to grind out, you know, the actual gems to power her, to fill out her skill kit. So, her skill tree, I should say. Sorry. I'll have that up later. Already been up. I've already been up for too long. Your boy needs to take a nap at this point, and then I'm gonna get up, run this chick around, and we'll do another vid, and I'll let you guys know what I think of her actual kit. You know, actually running around and smashing shit. Yeah, that's what we're gonna get down on next. Later, everybody.